Hey guys, so this will be a bonus little somatic Kundalini yoga practice for you, about 20 minutes or so, just to implement coherent breathing with the breath of fire that we did the last month, with some movement, just so you can sort of use this as a practice to wake up in the morning or anytime during the day when you just need to kind of move and stretch, sort of reset. So remembering that coherent breathing is that 5-count inhale to 5-count exhale, and then that breath of fire is that navel point breathing with equal emphasis to the inhales and the exhales, so equal effort on the inhale and the exhale. So a lot of emphasis on balance, right, and equilibrium. So bringing our heart rate, bringing our breath into harmony, and then resetting the nervous system and balancing that parasympathetic with our sympathetic, our fight and flight with our rest and digest. So I think we're entering into this autumn equinox, and astrologically speaking, we're entering into this time of Libra. So what better time, right, than to have a micro moment to focus on balance in our lives, and maybe do a practice that will sort of emphasize balance within us. And hopefully by these practices, it sort of creates a ripple effect, and then those ripples perhaps create a bigger wave for change down the road. So let's start on our backs and just kind of, maybe move the body in any way you need to just sort of settle in comfortably on your back. And we're just going to start flat on our back here. And go ahead, bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand on top of your left hand. Now, if it's not comfortable to lay flat on your back like this, simply bend your knees, and you can even let your knees fall into each other and touch, if that helps. Really just trying to let the spine relax, really create its natural curve. So you're not wanting to flex the back and the lower spine so that you're trying to get that low back on the floor. Often you'll hear that in exercise classes. Right now, we want the spine to be in its natural S-curve little way. So just breathing now into the heart space, coming into that coherent breath. So breathing in through the heart as if you could breathe in through the heart center, counting to 5. And then exhaling, breathing out of the heart center, also counting to 5. Just find your rhythm, that 5-count inhale to 5-count exhale. Just a few rounds here, just like this. Inhaling for 5. Letting the inhale flow right into the exhale, and then breathing out for 5. Breathing in and out of the heart. Now taking a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, release the hands, and then bring the hands underneath your tailbone, sort of either side of the tailbone. Even make a triangle with your thumb and index finger. And then straighten the legs. So we're coming into a modified stretch pose. In Kundalini Yoga, stretch pose is one of the very, very important poses that really activates the entire front of the body and all those energy centers of the body. And so we're doing a modified version by having the hands tucked underneath the tailbone here. But I want you to try on the inhale when I direct us to. I want you to try to raise the head and the shoulders, tuck the chin, and then also raise the feet. And so you're kind of in this little long boat position. And right here, I want you to use that breath of fire and activate the navel point, breathing in and out and moving the navel point with each breath. So just relax right now. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose or through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale as you raise the head, the shoulders, and the legs, and begin that breath of fire. Inhale. Exhale, release. Stay right here. Keep the hands underneath you. Take a nice deep breath in. Stay relaxed. Exhale fully, completely. One more deep inhale before our final round. Exhale as you lift the head, the shoulders, the legs, the feet. Pump the belly, breath of fire. Inhale. Exhale, release the head, the shoulders, release the legs, release the hands out from underneath you. Bend the knees, bring the knees towards the chest, wrap the hands around the knees, and then just let the body rock side to side. Really relax your jaw. Don't clench the jaw. Relax the shoulders. Just let the tailbone loosen as you rock left and right, maybe up and back. Okay, and now placing the feet on the floor with the knees bent. Bring your arms and open them up wide. Now turn your hands so that the palms face the floor, but you're not going to put your hands on the floor, you're just going to place your fingertips on the floor. Feel that stretch in the upper arms, the forearms, and really use those fingertips like your hands are little spiders. Really try to walk the fingers away from each other as much as possible, just increasing that stretch. Again, let your spine stay in that neutral, natural curve. Okay, we're not trying to flex, we're not trying to flatten. Just let it stay and hang out in this natural way. So we're going to implement our coherent breath with some movement, combining the two. So inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale as you lower the legs to the left side, keeping the left foot on the floor. And as you hit 5, the knees touch the floor. On the inhale, engage the belly and start to bring the knees back to center. And then flow right into your exhale as you start to drop the knees to the other side. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, engage the belly and bring the knees back up. 2, 1. Exhale, lower other side. 3, 4, 5. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower to the right. And then just keep moving and counting to 5. Using this coherent breath with just a little bit of somatic movement to open the hips. Bring energy into these tight spaces. The hips often really hold a lot of stuck energy, right? And that makes sense because we spend so much time sitting at desks and sitting in our cars. And we lose that flexibility in our pelvis and our hips, the back of our legs, the front of our thighs, our groins. So this movement, using this balanced breathing, coherent breathing, we're just moving the energy and using the breath, using our awareness to find some fluidity and flow here. Keep stretching those fingertips. And just a few more rounds. Lowering for 5. Raising back to center for 5. Exhale on the way down. Inhale, really engage that belly. Exhale, lower. And we'll go once more on each side. And when you get to center again, flatten the feet on the floor if they're not already. Bring those hands back underneath your tailbone on either side. Make that triangle with your thumb and index finger underneath your tailbone. And then engage the belly and lift the legs up, straighten them up so that the legs are now perpendicular with the floor. So this is a very fun grounding exercise. It really works to kind of bring you right into the present moment, I promise. So we're going to inhale as the legs come up, and we're going to exhale as we bend the knees and kind of give yourself a little kick in the rear. So inhaling up, exhaling down, using that navel point breath, that breath of fire. So moving the navel point as you're moving the legs. Inhale up, exhale down. Find the steady rhythm. Let your legs move with the breath and let the navel point move the breath and the legs. You can close your eyes or just find a point to stare at on the ceiling. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, wrap your arms around your legs. Again, bringing your knees into your chest, and then just rock the body side to side. Good job. Okay, so holding the knees with the hands, and then just bring your legs to away from the chest, but then your hands are sort of not allowing your legs to go all the way to the floor. So you're holding your knees with your hands. Now, coherent breath again. So inhaling for 5. Inhaling, bringing the knees into the chest. 4, 5. Exhaling as you open the knees, really rotating the hips in a circle, and then bringing the knees back together away from the body. Inhaling, bringing the knees in towards the body. Exhaling, opening wide, and then bringing the knees together at the starting point. Inhaling. Exhale for 5. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. Close the eyes if you can. Really focus on the breathing through the heart center. Breathing in for 5 and breathing out for 5. Using this movement to open the hips. Just let the circles flow with the breath. Inhaling for 5. Exhaling for 5. Try to make the circles even a little bigger with the knees as you pull the knees to the chest, even letting that tailbone come up from the floor if you can. If you can't, no worries. Really open the knees as wide as you can, right? So again, using our breath, using these somatic movements to just allow all that stuck energy to really kind of melt, liquefy, and then be carried out on the exhale, released and let go, right? Relaxing all tension. And last round, inhale for 5. Exhale, big wide circle, and bringing the knees together. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Bring your hands underneath your knees, and then just very slowly, you can rock up and back on the spine. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Give yourself a little massage. And then if you can, come all the way up to sitting. You can always roll over to your side and then come up to sit that way. Bringing your hands, your index finger and your thumb touch. Extend the arms out so that the wrists rest on your knees. And then let's go right into our breath of fire, so that navel point breathing. Bringing your gaze downward, either to the tip of your nose or maybe to a spot on the floor, or even close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Go ahead and begin that equal inhale, equal exhale, really moving the navel point using the belly. Keep going, equal inhale, equal exhale, moving the navel point, activating that third chakra center of the body, that third chakra center, really that confidence, courageous, that place of conviction from really standing and acting from who you truly are. So really burning the flames in this third chakra center, lighting you up, really activating your power center. Now continue that breath of fire and raise the arms up so that they're parallel with the floor, keeping the thumb and index finger touching and really stretching those fingertips away from each other, just like we did on the floor. Stretching the fingertips away from each other as if they could touch either side of the room. Continue that breath of fire. This breath can get challenging if you're still new to breath of fire and it's very difficult for you to do this extended type of breathing practice with this technique. Just anytime you need to take a breath and reset, go ahead and do that and then come back in. If you're having this feeling of kind of meeting resistance and sort of this anxiety feeling, go ahead and lean into that feeling. See if you can just push through. Just tell yourself a little bit longer, and watch the body relax, just like stretching a muscle, right? You lean into the stretch, you feel the body tighten up, but then as you continue to hold that stretch and really breathe and release into it, the stretch gets easier, the body relaxes, and the tension starts to just dissolve away. So now bringing the hands into prayer, still using that breath of fire, placing the thumbs at the heart, at the third eye point. Continue that breath of fire. We're almost finished. Nice deep inhale, fill the belly, fill the heart. Now really press the thumbs against that third eye point and hold the breath. Just find this moment of stillness, holding the breath, really feeling the energy circulating in the body, all the way from your root, your tailbone sitting on the floor, up through that third chakra, that navel point center, into your heart, and also into your third eye point where the thumbs meet your forehead. And now with control, through the mouth, slowly exhale as you release the hands, still in prayer, and lower them to your heart. Bring them into prayer at the heart. And then you can bring your palm, the left palm, to your heart center. Bring your right hand on top of your left. and slowly and easily move back into that coherent breathing. So inhaling for 5, exhale for 5. Breathing through the heart center, through those hands. Inhaling, embracing and receiving the breath. Exhaling, letting go. Finding balance in that breath. 5 counts in, 5 counts out. Just a few more rounds. Now, don't stop counting your breath. Maintain that coherent breath. You can keep your hands where they are, or I suggest you bring your hands to your knees, palms down. As you continue your breathing, start to move the body with the breath. On those inhales, start to circle back and around. On the exhales, bring the body forward. So we're doing kind of these circular movements, the Sufi grinds. Counting for 5 on the inhale, bringing the body back. Exhale, let the body come forward. Inhale and exhale. And just like our breath moves in a circle, so does the upper body. Really use this movement to just open the side body. Again, really opening the hips while staying focused and connected with the breath. This coherent breath, this balanced breath, breathing in and out through the heart space. One more circle in this direction. And then come to center. Take 1 round of coherent breath here. Exhale. Start to move in the other direction. So just reversing your movement, reversing the direction, but still moving in a circular way with our circular breath. 5 counts in, 5 counts out. One more round. Coming to center. And bring the left hand to the heart. Bring the right hand over the left. Breathe in through the heart space. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And let your hands rest softly on your lap. Take a moment. Express gratitude to yourself. Take pride in this act of self-love. allowing the body to settle into a more balanced, harmonized state. Sat Nam.